True peace of mind in retirement doesn't come from guessing, it comes from guaranteed income. So in this lesson, I'll show you how to create what's called an income floor, a strategy that lets you cover your essential expenses with reliable, predictable income no matter what the market does. I'm Dr. Amanda. Welcome to the Retirement Income School. This is your place to get the financial education that you wish you'd gotten, and you'll learn how to protect your wealth and generate guaranteed income so you can retire financially relaxed. In today's Retirement Income School lesson, we're going to talk about how to build your income floor. So what you're specifically going to learn is what an income floor is and why it matters, the top sources of guaranteed retirement income, how to separate essential versus lifestyle expenses, why a floor-first approach protects against market risk, and then simple steps to build your own income floor. So the concept behind a flooring approach is that you're getting beyond your savings balance. And what I mean by this is that you're focusing on a different key question. So instead of asking yourself, how much have I saved? You're focusing on, can I generate reliable income to cover my expenses? Now, we know how important savings is for retirement income. We don't want to get to the decumulation phase of retirement and have nothing saved, yet we can get stuck in what is called a savings trap, where we're focusing solely on our account balance. We have a lot of anxiety over market fluctuations, and there's a constant worry about running out. No matter how much money you have saved, this could be for people who have very little money or millions saved, there's still that fear about I might run out because our expenses are always going to rise to meet our income. So no matter what level of lifestyle you're at, this is still going to be a concern. And we really want to shift this to an income mindset where you're starting to prioritize predictable monthly income. You're matching income to your actual needs, and you're creating stability regardless of market conditions. So the income floor approach is very much about safety first. No matter how much money you have, this is for people who are interested in guaranteed certainty during retirement instead of looking at their portfolio every day and wondering if they're going to run out. So you want to switch beyond your savings balance, and you want to shift your mindset from the savings trap thinking to an income mindset where you're really prioritizing, do I have my monthly needs met so then I can actually enjoy my retirement because I'm not focused on market fluctuations and fear of running out. So what is the income floor concept? This has to do with guaranteed income you can count on to cover your basic living expenses. So you have an income floor that is guaranteed for you, and you know that all of your basic living expenses are met. And this matters because it provides stability during market volatility and economic uncertainty. It works because you identify your essential costs and secure permanent income sources to cover those essential costs. So this is going to require first that you understand, what are my essential expenses? So I want you to think about these as the things that you must have covered in order to then enjoy retirement because you've got these needs met. And what your essential expenses are made up of are things like housing and utilities. So you want to think about your mortgage or your rent. Maybe it's your taxes on your property if you're mortgage free. It's electricity, water, internet, things like that that are ongoing housing and utility expenses. You've got food and groceries, so regular meals, household supplies. So these are going to cover your basic food and grocery expenses. Healthcare and insurance. You've got to have your Medicare premiums met, your supplemental policies, prescriptions, any natural medicine costs, and any healthcare costs that you might have to keep yourself feeling good during retirement. And then we also want to think about transportation. This could be car expenses, public transit, ride services, anything that you need to get from here to there using transportation. So again, think about essential expenses as housing and utilities, food and groceries, healthcare and insurance, and transportation. These are your essential expenses. So once you know what your essential expenses are, then you want to think, how am I going to fulfill these essential expenses with guaranteed income sources? And the three sources that we're going to use to create an income floor are lifetime income annuities. If you go back and watch my Safe Flow Income and the Guaranteed Income Blueprint in episode 4, That'll cover what lifetime income annuities are. This is an insurance product that provides guaranteed payments for life. We've also got pensions, employer provided retirement benefits. Now, not everybody has a pension, but if you do, this is going to be one of those income sources that can create your income floor. Mixed with Social Security. So that's a government benefit that's based on your work history. Now, we all know that some of these can change over time, but for right now, these are the most stable, reliable, guaranteed income sources that you can use to create your income floor. So lifetime income annuities, pensions, and Social Security. These are the things that you want to be looking for because you're going to get a monthly payout. It's guaranteed. Income annuities are contractual. Your pension you paid into while you were employed. Social Security you paid into over your life. Now you're going to be able to reap the rewards of those benefits by creating this income floor. So I want you to think about the peace of mind factor when you're creating an income floor using safety first retirement planning. What you're doing is creating mental freedom. You're not watching the market news with anxiety. You've got emotional security. You feel confident and your needs are always met. And you've got really basic security. You don't have to worry about affording the essentials. And when we've got that basic and emotional security, it gives us mental freedom. Now we can enjoy our retirement years with peace of mind because we've got the essential needs met. To create your own income floor, you want to add up your Social Security, your pension, and your income annuity. And that's going to give you your total income floor. Now, for some of you, you might not have a pension, you might not have an annuity, but most everyone has Social Security. So you'd start there and you'd think, okay, if I have $2,000 a month coming in from my Social Security, but I need $6,000 a month in order to meet my essential expenses, then I need $4,000 in an income annuity. How am I going to create that in my retirement years? That's how you want to be thinking about structuring your income floor. So in this example, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see that there's a Social Security income of $2,500, a pension of $2,000, and an income annuity of $1,500 per month. And let's say that you've determined that your total essential expenses per month are $6,000. Now you've created an income floor to meet those needs through Social Security, a pension, and an income annuity. If you don't have these things, you're going to want to make sure you talk to me because I can help you with an income annuity and I can also help you with Social Security claiming strategies. If you didn't create a pension while you were working, that's not something that we can fix now, but you can create a personalized pension with an income annuity. Now, what do you do with the leftovers? So you want to grow your upside potential. The first step is to secure the floor. That's going to cover all of your essential expenses with guaranteed income. Then you're going to invest the remainder and put the additional savings into growth investments. And then enjoy the upside. So that's why we think of this as the upside potential. So there's the income floor and then upside potential. And in that upside potential, now you can use the growth for travel, gifts, luxuries, anything else that's really fun for you during those retirement years. You get to enjoy the upside because you've created upside potential because you've secured the floor, you invest the remainder, and then you enjoy the upside. Now, as you know, the Retirement Income School is all about safe money solutions. So I'm focused on securing the floor. And the reason I do that is because I believe that once you have the income floor needs met, then everything else is a bonus and it feels relaxing and you can really enjoy. I've seen people who have a very small amount of money who secure the income floor and they live in retirement in a very peaceful way because they know that their needs are met. And then I also have worked with people who have lots and lots of money and they secure the floor and now they have even more fun spending all of their extra money because they know that their needs are always met. So that's why I like to focus on the safe money solutions and securing the floors because everything from there can be experienced as true financial freedom during retirement. Let's look at the floor and upside approach as a pyramid. So we've got safety first in the base of the pyramid. And you want to think about this as your guaranteed income covering essential expenses using Social Security, pensions, and income annuities. And then on top of that lower part of the pyramid, so the base of the pyramid is safety first, then you've got your growth second. That's using market investments for additional goals, things like stock market, real estate, business interests. And so that's how you're going to have the upside portion. And you want to balance this out using the right mix that's dependent on your personal situation. You're going to consider things like your age, your health, and your risk tolerance. For example, if you're older, you're going to be wanting to move much more into the safety first and having that be the largest portion of your portfolio. If your health is at risk, you definitely want to be thinking about longevity risk and long-term care needs. If you are someone who is risk avoidant, you want the majority of your funds to be in safety first. So that growth and upside portion of your portfolio is going to be very dependent on your age, health, and risk tolerance. And these are always going to be dependent on your personal situation. This is why I like to do individualized approaches when you're thinking about your income floor and your guaranteed income blueprint, because everybody's different, everybody's unique. In order to build your personal income plan, you want to first identify monthly essentials. So you're going to list all of your expenses that you can't live without. You want to be really thorough and realistic. You could do this just by looking at your last few months of spending, and you want to think, okay, what are the expenses that I can't live without? These are the things that I must absolutely have. That's going to help you identify your monthly essentials. You can go through bank statements to do this. You can look at your credit card receipts. You could do this over the course of the last few months or even up to a year. The trick here is to be thorough and realistic, and you want to know the baseline needs. So that will help you identify those monthly expenses. Then you're going to calculate your current guaranteed income. You're going to add up your Social Security, pensions, and any existing annuity income. So once you add up those numbers, that's going to help you calculate your current guaranteed income. And then you're going to determine what's called the income gap. So this is going to be you subtracting the guaranteed income from essential expenses. And whatever that number is that's left is going to be what you need to fill. And so we think of this as filling the gap of your income. So what I would do in that situation, depending on what age you are, it's going to be pretty hard to increase your Social Security by much. And like I said earlier, if you didn't have a job where you created a pension, it's not possible to do that now. But you can create a personalized pension through annuities and other guaranteed income products. So my favorite income floor solution is an annuity with a lifetime income rider. What this is going to do is give you that monthly flow of safe money that's coming into your bank account and filling that gap so that your essential needs are met. So let's just recap that formula. To build your personal income plan, you're going to identify your monthly expenses, calculate the current guaranteed income sources that you have. Then that determines your income gap, and then you want to fill that gap with an income annuity. If you don't have an income annuity, reach out to me, retirementincome.school. You'll see a button at the top of the page and we can chat. So building your income floor is all about a retirement paycheck mindset. You want to have 100% coverage. So you're aiming to fully cover your essential expenses. And we want to plan for a long timeline. I like to plan for 30 years for a fulfilling retirement. If you only plan for 10 years and you live 30 years, you're going to be at a deficit. So we want to plan for a long, fulfilling retirement, 30 years plus, when you're thinking about how to consider your income floor and what the timeline might be. This is going to help you have 0% worry and eliminate financial anxiety. Remember, retirement isn't about gambling with your life savings. It's about creating a paycheck that you can count on. Once you have that income floor paycheck met, then everything else is fun from there because you know that you're secure and safe with your retirement income. If you're ready to get answers about your retirement income, be sure to book a free retirement income Q&A call with me by going to retirementincome.school, and you'll see a button at the top of the page. We'll have a chat to see if it's a good fit for me to create a personalized retirement income solution for you. We'll get together and have a strategy overview where we look at the plan. And then once we decide how to move forward, we implement and monitor with ongoing retirement income reviews. So retirementincome.school, book a Q&A call with me. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Retirement Income School so you can get weekly lessons delivered right to your feed. Click that notification bell if you're on YouTube, and if you're listening on the podcast, Give us a thumbs up, leave a review, and be sure to keep coming back to the Retirement Income School, where you'll learn how to keep your money safe and make it last so you can enjoy retirement. This content is for educational purposes only and is not financial, legal, or tax advice. Always consult a qualified professional before making decisions about your retirement.